What's going on, guys? This is MTG Rookie with another unboxing video. This time I have the Zendikar Rising Commander Sneak Attack deck, which features Anowon, the Ruin Thief. So we'll have a look at this. It's a blue and black deck. I'm quite excited for this one. This is my first Commander deck that I'm here opening. So without further ado, let's look at the goods. Oh, quite a tough one to get out because of the shape of the box. Let's pull that out of the bottom first. The padder, I imagine. Oh, didn't look at the map. Seize power once more. Choose your commander and overcome both friend and foe in this definitive multiplayer Magic format. Ally with Anowon and lead an army of rogues to take what is rightfully yours. The larger your collective, the more your influence grows. Anowon the Ruin Thief. Formerly a renowned mage and scholar, Anowon's reputation and fortune have diminished in recent years. With the appearance of the ancient coarse skyclaves, he knows his return to glory lies deep in the ruins, and he'll do anything to find it. So what you get here, you get a 100 card deck with 3 new cards. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You also get a deck box, 10 double-sided tokens, a life wheel strategy insert, and a reference card. Unfortunately, there's no code in here, which I thought would be nice, so I could get some more cards on Arena. But struggling with that, getting different cards. Do you know what? I'm just going to rip the front. Rip the front, pull this out. Come on, mate. Here we go. Right. Now we got that out, let's get rid of the trash. And let's have a look. So, anything else inside there? Oh, no. Nothing inside there. Okay. So this is the deck box. We have a, stuff and bangs. So, we have the Zendikar Rising Sneak Attack deck box. It's quite nice, actually. But you know what? This is why I love Magic. Look at that artwork. That is just pure beauty. So detailed. And we have a life counter. No! Where did that go? 2140. Okay. Flip it over, maybe. 17, 16, 15, 14, 11, 10. So yeah, you got that, but I doubt that fits in the deck box. Learn to play Commander. Commander is a free for all multiplayer game that uses additional Magic rules. Okay, so what you generally have is I think you have a command zone, and that character, your commander, can come out each time. And each time you cast your commander, you pay 2 more for each time it's been cast. I mean, that's pretty much it, if I remember rightly. In settlements around Zendikar, Anowon was renowned as a benevolent mage who led expeditions from his base camp in the mountains of Akum. With the help of his followers, he cultivated an image of himself as a knowledgeable scholar, the man to go to the strange relics and hard questions. In the years since the appearance of Eldrazi, Anowon's fortunes and his reputation have been in steady decline. Numerous adventures have made claims that he stole the credit for the expeditions and discoveries, not to mention stealing some precious finds they uncovered. With the rise of the ancient core skyclaves, Anowon has dedicated himself with renewed purpose to deciphering the secrets of this lost civilization and rebuilding his own power and prestige. So, they got a little advertisement for Zendikar booster packs. 12 card set booster. So we'll keep that to one side. And then we're going to lift out this. And we also have, I believe these are the tokens. There we go. Token artifact creature Fopter. So I'd imagine by playing a card in this, you'd get that. You'd play them out too. So, oh no, look. Got a little bit box damage on there. Don't believe that was when I took it out. I hope it's not. So there's Anowon in all his shiny goodness. I love with the foils that they don't always highlight everything. They only highlight certain features of the card, which is pretty impressive because then only those features shine, glint. So like his sword and the mountain behind him and around the edge. Other rogues you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, that player mills a card for each 1 damage dealt to them. If the player mills at least 1 creature card this way, you draw a card. To mill a card, a player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. So we'll get the tokens out the way first, I'd say. Oh, we've got different tokens. So we have the... Oh, I see, they're double-sided. We've got Fopter on one side, token creature, artifact creature, 1 for 1. Then we've got the fairy rogue on the other side. And we have a few of them. Oh, we've got quite a few. Goblin rogue. Goblin rogue. There we go. We've got rat tokens. Okay, as well. Germ. And then you've got Fopter. And then we've got quite, like, pretty much a full deck of those fairy rogues. Okay, put them to one side. Don't slide around. Get rid of the trash. Right. Booster draft. Players open booster packs, then take turns picking cards from boosters to build into 14 card decks. Where's the old? Oh, there's me saying I was getting better of it on the last video, but apparently not. There it is. Try and get this open. Preferably without bending or breaking any other cards. There we go. Right, big old deck, this bad boy. I think it totals to 100 cards. So let's have a quick look. So there's the lands. I do like that land as well. It's one of my favourite islands. That. Oh, we got some swampies. Loads of swampies as well. So it's 50, probably about 50-50, I'd say. Let's have a look. Swamp. 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 Island. Yeah, about 50-50 on the old lands there. Then you've got the card that explains the game and the turns. Oh, slidey slidey. So here's what's in the pack then. So we have the Enigma Thief, Creature Sphinx Rogue, Prowl, 3 blue. You may cast this spell and for its prowl cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with a Sphinx or Rogue, and this is a Sphinx Rogue. Okay, flying. When Enigma Thief enters the battlefield, for each opponent, return up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls to its owner's hand. Whisper Steel Dagger as well. Artifact equipment, so you attach this to, say, like a creature, if it was out there. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a creature spell from that player's graveyard this turn. Cast a creature spell from, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any colour to cast that spell. Okay. You may cast. I think that means I can use their creatures. Okay. Notorious Throng, Tribal Sorcery, Rogue, Prowl, 5 blue. You may cast this for its prowl cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with a rogue. Create X 1/1 black fairy rogue creatures tokens with flying, where X is the damage dealt to your opponents this turn. If this spell's prowl cost was paid, take an extra turn after this one. Nice. Scourge of the Fleets. Scourge of the Fleets enter the battlefield. Return each creature your opponent controls with a toughness X or less to its owner's hand, where X is the number of islands you control. Stolen Identity. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature. Okay. Fated Return. Put target creature from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. It gains indestructible if it's your turn. Scry 2. Nice. Gonti, Lord of Luxury, a legendary creature, Aetherborn Rogue. When Gonti, Lord of Luxury enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom of that library in a random order. You may look at and cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast that spell. Nice. In Garrick's Wake, destroy all creatures you don't control and all planeswalkers you don't control. Wow, what a powerful card. It is 9 though. And this one's 7 converted mana. Destroy all creatures, then return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. It's a black zombie in addition to its other colours and types. Exile Necromantic Selection. Night Howler, bestow 2 black. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Night Howler and enchanted creature get +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Wow, powerful if you're a 4/4. Ogre Slumlord. Whenever another non-creature dies, another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Rats you control have Death Touch. Lovely. Love a bit of Death Touch. Sepulchral Primordial. Intimidate. This creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it. When Sepulchral Primordial enters a battlefield, for each opponent, you may put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So, 4-player game, put 3 creatures under your control. Consuming Aberration. Creature Horror. Consuming Aberration's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. Whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Then puts those cards into their graveyard. Pretty sick. Lazav, Dimar Mastermind. Legendary creature, shapeshifter, hexproof. Lovely. Whenever a creature card is put into the opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav, Dimar Mastermind become a copy of that card, except its name is Lazav, Dimar Mastermind. It's legendary in addition to its other types, and it has hexproof and this ability. Nice. Another rare, Notion Thief, creature, human rogue, flash. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, instead that player skips that draw and you draw a card. Nice. Una, Queen of the Fae, flying. X, choose color. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library for each card of the chosen color exiled this way. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Silumgar's Command, instant. Choose 2. Counter target non-creature spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Destroy target planeswalker. Spinal Embrace. Cast this spell only during combat. Untap target creature you don't control and gain control of it. It gains haste until the end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice it. If you do, you gain life equal to its toughness. Sig River Cutthroat. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, you may draw a card. Damage causes loss of life. Black Blade Reforged. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Nice. Living Weapon. When this equipment enters a battlefield, create a 0/0 black germ creature token. When attached this, then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Convoke. Obelisk of Urd. Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spells pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. As Obelisk of Urd enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +2/+2. Scythe Claw. Living Weapon. When this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 black germ creature token and then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life, rounded up. Nice. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. I like that. That's nice. Distant Melody. Choose a creature type. Draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Fact or Fiction. Instant. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library and opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Fiery Vandal. Flash flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Fiery Vandal. Invisible Stalker. Hexproof. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Invisible Stalker can't be blocked. Latchkey Fae. Flying Prowl. You may cast this for Prowl cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with Fairy or Rogue. When the Latchkey Fairy enters the battlefield, if its Prowl cost was paid, draw a card. Mangrang River Prowler. Mangrang River Prowler can't be blocked. You may cast Mangrang River Prowler from your graveyard as long as you control a black or green permanent. Master Thief. The Master Thief enters the battlefield. Gain control of target artifact for as long as you control Master Thief. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Night Veil Sprite. Flying. Whenever Night Veil Sprite attacks Surveil 1, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Excuse me. Opening to Wonder. X target creatures can't be blocked this turn until the end of turn. Those creatures gain. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Nice. Sliverblade. Sliverblade, Naga Rogue. Sliverblade can't be blocked. Again. Triton Shore Stalker. Triton Shore Stalker can't be blocked. Quite a few that can't be blocked. When Whirler Rogue enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Fopter artifact creature tokens with flying. Changeling Outcast. Changeling. This card is every creature type. Ooh. Changeling Outcast can't block and can't be blocked. Okay. Endless Obedience. Sorcery. Convoke your creatures. Can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Frog Tosser Banneret. Creature Goblin Rogue. Haste. Goblin spells and rogue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Marsh Flitter. Flying. When Marsh Flitter enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 black tokens, black Goblin Rogue creature tokens. Sacrifice a Goblin. Marsh Flitter has base power and toughness of 3/3 until the end of turn. Murder. Hate this card. I hate this card. It's constantly being used on me. Please stop using this card on me. Stop it. Owner's Blackguard. Each other rogue creature you control enters a battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals damage, combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. This spell costs 2 less to cast if the target's a legendary creature. Price of Fame. Destroy a target creature. Nice. Surveil 2. Rise from the Grave. Sorcery. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colours and types. Stink Drink Bandit. Prowl 1. Whenever a rogue you control attacks and isn't blocked, it gets +2/+1 until the end of turn. Sire Conrad the Grim. Whenever another creature dies or creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or creature card leaves your graveyard, Sire Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. And you pay 1 mana, each player mills a card. Zulaport Cutthroat. Creature human rogue ally. Whenever Zulaport Cutthroat or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Extract from Darkness. Sorcery. Each player mills 2 cards, then you put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Soul Manipulation. Choose one or both. Counter target creature spell. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Arcane Signet. Add 1 mana of any colour in your commander's colour identity. Nice. Commander's Sphere. Add 1 mana of any colour in your commander's colour's identity. Draw a card. Dimarchi Rune. Dimarchi Rune becomes a 2/2 blue and black horror artifact creature until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Dimir Locket. Sacrifice Dimir Locket, draw 2 cards. It's quite a lot of mana to tap that. Dimar Signet. And then, okay, so just to add some mana. Heirloom Blade. Oh, look, he's in a coffin. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Mind Stone. Sacrifice Mind Stone, draw a card. Soul Ring. Add 2. Command Tower. Land. Add 1 mana of any colour to your commander's colour's identity. Dimir Aqueduct. Dimir Aqueduct enters the battlefield tapped. When Dimir Aqueduct enters the battlefield, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Dimir Guildgate enters the battlefield tapped. These all land. Dimir Blackwater enters the battlefield tapped. You gain 1 life. Dwar Isle Refuge, gain 1 life. Myriad Landscape enters battlefield tapped. Add 1. Sacrifice Myriad Landscape, search a library for up to 2 basic land cards and share that land type, put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Rogue's Passage. Target creature can't be blocked. Oh, that's nice this turn. Submerge Boneyard. Submerge Boneyard enters the battlefield tapped. Add blue or black. Merfolk Windrobber. Flying. Whenever Merfolk Windrobber deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card. They put the top card of the library into their graveyard. Sacrifice Merfolk Windrobber. Draw a card. Activate this ability only if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Sure-footed Infiltrator. Tap another untapped rogue you control. Sure-footed Infiltrator can't be blocked this turn. Whenever Sure-footed Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then the last one, Soaring Fort Thief. Flying. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues you control get +1/0. Whenever 1 or more rogues you control attack, each opponent mills a card. So, that comes to the end of it. if you want to give me a like for this video, that will just obviously ensure that the videos get more popular as we go along. I will be adding more unboxings soon. I'm really gutted about that damage to that card. It's alright. It'll be alright once it's sleeved, I think. Yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends if they like magic, or they're just getting into magic especially, because that's what I'm doing, just getting into magic. So it's really important that I'm sort of getting some cards in my base. I play Magic Arena online. My addy will be in the description, so feel free to add me and challenge me, and we'll see how we go.